Hello friends, welcome to the online class. I know all of you are safe and doing good. And I really understand that we all miss the physical presence of the real classroom. But what to do? This is the condition. So let's move on. So before beginning anything, first of all, I'll give you my introduction. I'm Rahul Nair, Assistant Professor in Animation in St. Joseph College of Communication. The topic which we are going to discuss today is stop motion animation. This topic will be an eye opener for the people who haven't heard of animation or stop motion itself. But those who already know about stop motion might understand this better. Friends, we have three types of animation: 2D animation or hand-drawn animation, CGI or computer generated imagery or 3D animation, and we have stop motion animation. These three are the mainstream of animation types. All the movies that you watch nowadays, it's a combination of all these techniques. So these are hybrid animations. The movies that you watch nowadays, they are a combination of this. That is why they are called hybrid animation. The topic, as I told you before, which we are going to discuss today is stop motion animation. Stop motion animation, if we talk about stop motion animation, it's one of the oldest form of animation. Even Walt Disney himself, when he started his career, he tried stop motion animation by using some paper cutouts and animating them before building his Walt Disney empire. You might not have heard of stop motion animation, but you have seen the movies made with stop motion animation, like movies like King Kong, Robocop, Kubo and the Two Strings, the olden Star Wars movies. We are talking about stop motion. We have said so much, but what is stop motion animation? Let's look at the slide. Stop motion animation, as I call it, it's a world of handcrafted images, because whatever you are creating by using your hands. You are making puppets, paper cutouts, and in some cases, you are using humans for stop motion animation. So let's see, what do we mean by stop motion animation? As you can see in the presentation, I have given 7 different images. These 7 different images represents 7 techniques of stop motion animation. We will be discussing about this in the upcoming sessions. Okay? So now let's see what is stop motion animation. Stop motion animation, as it is also called stop frame animation, it is a process by which we physically manipulate the objects frame by frame. We take an object or we take a puppet and we move the puppet or the object incrementally, one frame at a time, and then we will take a picture of that, one frame at a time. And once we get all the frames that we need of a particular action, when we play these frames in a sequence, we can see that the object or the puppet moving, having life. This is the basic process of stop motion animation. This is the basic process of stop motion animation. All the movies that you have seen which are made by using stop motion animation are done this way. As I told you before, with stop motion animation, you can animate anything in the world. Even you can animate human beings. Nowadays, people are extensively using stop motion animation in commercials, where we can see a handcrafted quality. So let's discuss a brief history of stop motion animation. Again, when we talk about stop motion animation, we have to know the first film is not a film but a short film made by using stop motion animation. This is the first short film made by using stop motion animation, and it's Humpty Dumpty's Circus, which was made in 1897 by two artists, Albert E. Smith and James Stewart Blackton. But how they made this movie? Albert E. Smith and James Stewart Blackton, both of them, they took Albert E. Smith's daughter's puppets and animated them. These puppets have joints which will help them to hold at a place to animate. This was the first short film made by using stop motion animation. It's a lost footage, but we do have an image of that. This is Albert E. Smith and James Stewart Blackton, the people who started it all, the people who started stop motion animation, the people who experimented this. It's the entertainment industry, and now let's see different studios that are focusing mainly on stop motion animations. We first have Aardman Animation, a studio based in London. They are the makers of famous movies like Shaun the Sheep and Chicken Run. Then we have Laika Studio in USA. Again, the makers of Kubo and the Two Strings, Box Trolls, Paranorman and Missing Link. Then we have Tippett Studio in California. You might have seen the work of Tippett Studio in olden Star Wars movies and Robocop movies. Then we have Disney Studios. We all are very much aware of Disney Studios. Again, they have made movies like stop motion movies like James and the Giant Peach, Frankenweenie, The Nightmare Before Christmas. All these are stop motion movies which you might have seen. So again, it's a mainstream animation which is used extensively. See, animation is a collaborative approach. Almost 800 or 1000 artists are working in a single production. But some of the artists, they have taken stop motion to a next level. And again, it's a very good idea to really observe them, because we always wanted to know who came before us, who pioneered this technique, who experimented this technique. So now let's see the name of some of the famous animators. This is the list of some of the famous animators. Some of them are still alive and some of them are not. First one is Tim Burton. Tim Burton was a Disney animator. He's an American animator, famous for his works like The Nightmare Before Christmas and Corpse Bride. Then we have Nick Park, again the owner of Aardman Animation Studios, the makers of Chicken Run and Shaun the Sheep. Tim Burton is mainly focusing on puppet animation, and Nick Park is focusing on clay animation. Next is Ray Harryhausen and Willis O'Brien. Before Ray Harryhausen, we have to talk about Willis O'Brien. Willis O'Brien was an American animator. He was a master in what is called model animation. And Ray Harryhausen was his assistant. You can see the work of Willis O'Brien in the film called King Kong. 1930s King Kong, where he has used a model, 18-inch model of a gorilla to combine with live action as a part of special effects. So stop motion animation was there from the very beginning. Then we have Ray Harryhausen, again the assistant of Willis O'Brien, was also a model animator. He was an American special effects artist. And again you can see his work in the films called Jason and the Argonauts and the Seventh Voyage of Sinbad. When we talk about Ray Harryhausen surpassed his master Willis O'Brien with regard to model animation. And he gave a special name for his model stop motion animation called Dynamation, which was so famous that almost all the movies before 1970s, especially the special effects movies or fantasy movies, were almost animated in stop motion manner by Ray Harryhausen single-handedly. Then we have George Pal, again a famous stop motion animator. He was an Hungarian and American animator, famous for his puppet animation by introducing a series of animated movies or series called Puppet Toons. Then we have Phil Tippett. Phil Tippett was also a model animator. He was the founder of Tippett Studio. And you can see the work of Phil Tippett in movies like Jurassic Park, Robocop and Star Wars. Again a master model animator. Then we have Dhimant Vyas, an Indian stop motion animator. You might have seen his work. He animated the title sequence of Aamir Khan's film Tare Zameen Par. He is a clay animator who has also worked in Shaun the Sheep. The only Indian animator to work with Aardman Animation Studios. Suresh Ariyath, again an Indian animator who recently got many awards for his clay animated film called Tokri. Then we have Norman McLaren, a Canadian animator who was famous in almost 5 or 6 animation techniques. He was a master animator who founded NFB, National Film Board of Canada, who got 2 Oscars for his 2 short films, Neighbors and A Cherry Tale. He was the one who introduced a technique called pixelation. It's a stop motion technique where humans become the animated puppets. Then we have Corino Cristiani. He was an Argentine animator. Corino Cristiani was the person or was the animator who introduced cut out animation. Again, he made a movie called El Apostol. It was a feature length movie. It's also a lost footage. Then we have Caroline Leaf, a Canadian animator who introduced sand animation. And again, she was famous for her work, The Owl Who Married a Goose and Eskimo Legend. She experimented with paint on glass animation also. Then we have Yuri Norstein, a Russian animator who still uses paper cutout method for doing stop motion animation. He was famous for his work named Hedgehog and the Fog. A famous animator doing stop motion by using paper cutouts. Finally, we have Lotte Reiniger. She was also a famous animator. She was also a German animator, famous for her work, The Adventures of Prince Achmed, with a unique style by using paper cutouts and by making silhouettes, dark paper cutouts. It's a very unique approach where there are no colors, all you can see are some black paper cutouts. You might be thinking why I am telling about all these artists. Dear friends, as I told you that it is always good to know the people who came before us, so that we can always take reference from these great people. We can observe their work, observe their techniques, methods, ideas, and try to use all these things in our work. When I was discussing about all these artists, you have also noticed that they have used, for doing stop motion, they have used separate materials. That is also a good thing about stop motion, that you can use almost anything. You don't have to draw anything, you don't have to make things in computer. All you have to do is, you have to take some objects or materials, it could be anything. It could be sand, paper, cardboards, photographs, even puppets, action figures, food items, and you can animate them. You can move them frame by frame, incrementally. You can physically change them, manipulate them, and take one frame at a time. And when you are done, when you are happy with the action, just play that sequence. What you can see? We can see the objects coming to life. That is why the people, those who are doing animation, are called animators. So if you are interested in giving life to the characters, start today. Now let's see the different techniques of stop motion animation. I am going to show you 7 different techniques of stop motion animation. These are the general techniques. You can always experiment with different materials and tell the story that you want to see. So these techniques are, first one, claymation or clay animation. Claymation is a term given by Aardman Animation Studios. Next is cut out animation. Then we have sand animation. Then puppet animation. Then model animation. Next, object animation. And finally, pixelation. All these are 7 general stop motion techniques. You might be curious to learn about all these techniques. Well, in the next session, I will be covering each and every technique in detail. As this is an introductory part, I just want you to understand what is stop motion animation. What is the history behind it? Who are the people who did stop motion animation before us? What are the materials or what are the techniques, at least the names, so that you can aware about this. It's a very wonderful animation technique that you can do. Even single-handedly you can animate objects. Shoot them in your smartphone. Shoot them with the help of your smartphone and surprise your friends. Okay friends, so I'll conclude the first session by saying that animation is a magical world. If you're really passionate about this, then you can tell all the stories that you always wanted to tell. So in this session, we have covered what is stop motion animation, the history about stop motion animation, the studios that are doing stop motion animation, the artists or pioneers, the films made by them. I hope everything is clear to you. Thank you and have a nice day.